let's talk about another issue that's incredibly annoying and disturbing. We know that many churches, Lewis, are towing the line very, let's say they've blurred the line between making political endorsements and not, which is a prerequisite for maintaining tax-exempt status. Well, here's what happened. Megachurch pastor, Skyline Church pastor, I should say specifically, Jim Garlow told his congregation that he is going to endorse Jesus, but he's encouraging you to vote for Mitt Romney. Here is what he had to say. Take a listen. He's going to endorse Jesus, but he's encouraging you to vote for Mitt. Let's take a second here, Lewis. Let's make a little bit of an adjustment here, just so we can make sure we get everything 100% right for people so they can hear what's going on.
Please.
Let's get that video started up. Here we go.
And then and only then will we see God's favor once again. When we stop increasing the debt instead of stopping the spending.
All right, so that's political for sure. That's alluding to a lot of political policy, but it's not really talking about candidates. But then he does, and here's where he goes on to talk about Mitt Romney.
It's clear that the President of the United States doesn't stand on these issues that I've been talking about today. Only Mitt Romney. I'm not going to talk about the party they're a part of. All I'm going to say is, as a candidate, this is where they stand. Who are we going to vote for? That's up to you. I can't make you vote. I can't twist your arm. All I can say is this is a biblical standard of how to vote, and who are we going to vote for these next 4 years is going to be a big deal. In our Senate race, I know that Bob Kerrey doesn't stand on these issues. I know that Deb Fisher does, because I've read on all these particular things. So those are the only ones I know for sure. Everybody else I would have to speculate. Now you see, this is where I just crossed the line. I am trying to get the pulpit to be free again.
Yeah, we know all about that. So this was part of a day called Pulpit Freedom Sunday, which is organized by the conservative Christian group Alliance Defending Freedom. And basically what they want, Lewis, is very simple. They want to be able to endorse candidates from the pulpit. This absolutely should result in the loss of tax-exempt status. Back when we were talking about Proposition 8, we heard a lot of clips from churches advocating voting one way or another, and people said, listen, by the letter of the law, they're really talking about an issue. They're not endorsing a particular political candidate. This case is very clear, and if you go back and read a transcript of what this guy says, some people might make the argument, listen, he's actually saying, I'm telling you I'm voting for Romney, but I can't tell you to vote for Romney. You have to decide. The thing is, this is not legal language. The question is, can the case reasonably be made that an endorsement of a political candidate was made there? And what's the answer?
Yeah. Can you go church by church in terms of tax-exempt status? I mean, obviously, there's never going to be full taxation of the Christian church, the Catholic Church. I mean,
that's the thing. The Catholic Church, I think, is different from a lot of these individual Protestant churches,
right.
and there may be a different answer. I don't know if legally each individual Catholic church or each diocese is considered its own nonprofit entity and has its own nonprofit status. I would tend to think yes, but let's forget about the Catholic Church for a second. These Protestant churches are often unaffiliated beyond their immediate area, and individually can have their tax-exempt status removed, no question about it.
Yeah, can you imagine how much government income that would be? All these mega churches.
The real estate taxes would be incredible. You know what? I would love to see an analysis of what would be the effect on the economy and on the debt if churches no longer had tax-exempt status. Even not all churches, just all these ones that are advocating for political
Just the
candidates.
ones where the pastors are driving Bentleys.
The other question, by the way, is it's amazing. All these evangelicals are now supporting the Mormon instead of the Christian after years of talking about Mormonism as a cult. It's amazing. It really is incredible.
It's always incredible on the David Pakman Show.